Hello, fellow gunners. Tim here at the range. I've got some Cletus's 93 grain hollow points. I think he sent them to me for my 380, but I'm going to be shooting them in my 357 mag. And I'm looking for 1600 feet per second. Now, I have already shot some, and I've got the data. And we'll get back to that when I get to the bench. Now today, I'm hoping that the loads that I'm shooting today will put me at that 1600 feet per second mark. Now I've got 3 different primers with the same powder charge. Now I've got a 9.2 grains of Bullseye charge behind this 93 grain hollow point. Now, like I said, we'll discuss more of this when we get back to the reloading bench. But I've got 5 number 500 CCI primers. I've got S&B primers. And then I've got some 550 CCI primers. And we'll see what the if there's a change in velocity. Now I'm at the 25-yard mark, but I'm not really shooting for groups. I'm going to try to. But shooting through a chronograph is kind of distracting. So here we go, guys. Now this is 9.2 grains of Bullseye. 9.2 grains of Bullseye with 500 CCI primers. Ooh, 1652. It is 45 degrees here. 1615. Well, it's got a heck of a report. 1679. And 1608. That's it. All right, guys. I forgot to write my numbers down, but I've got it on here. I can review it. I'm gonna reload and get back with you. All right, guys. This time we have the S&B primers. Let's see what we get here. Now, this time I'm going to try and remember to write the numbers down. 1621. Let me write that down real quick. $16.43. $16.10. Oh, crap. All right, let's look at that. That fell on one that was already shot. All right, let's try that again. 1584. $15.81. All right, guys. Now here we go with the CCI 550s. These are the ones I'm really interested in. $16.03. $15.56. Wow. 1609. Sorry, 1598. And 1586. And I'm starting to see some unburnt powder. So I would say right here, just looking at the results on the bench, at the shooting bench, that the CCI 500s were more consistent and actually give me better velocities. That's surprising to me. There's theories about that, and one is that the Magnum primers are actually pushing forward, which is relieving the pressure before it actually ignites fully the powder. So that could be part of it. All right, like I said, we'll recap this at the reloading bench when I get back. Okay, guys, back at the bench, and we're talking about the 93 grain hollow point. Now, this bullet was sent to me by Cranky Cletus, and right here's what it looks like. Now, this is with the black high-tech. And here's my two loads. Now, this loads I've shot in the past, and it's because I'm just getting up to the speed I want to get it to. I'm not worried about accuracy right now. I just want to get it up to 1,600 feet per second and then test it from there. All right. Now, there's my two different loads, 8.5 grains of Bullseye and 9 grains of Bullseye. These are my individual speeds per shot. My average was a 15.27, extreme spread of 83. Was with the 8.5 grains of Bullseye. Now, the 9 grains of Bullseye was 1586. I don't know why I put that 0.2 in there. I normally don't worry about that. Was an extreme spread of 38. Now, these was with CCI 500 primers. All right, guys. Now, these are my last 3 loadings with this bullet. And they're all 9.2 grains of Bullseye, but I got 3 different primers. I went with the CCI 500 primer, the S&B primer, and the 550 primer CCI. That's a Magnum. All right. And here's my individual shots, speed per shot. And I believe I've covered this at the range. The Magnum primers actually shot slower, but I was seeing unburnt powder, so and I covered the theory on that. But now here's the averages. With the CCI 500 primer, I got 1634 with an extreme spread of 64. With the S&B, I got 1607 with an extreme spread of 62. And with the CCI Magnum 550s, got an average speed of 1590 and an extreme spread of 53. All right, so I did get past my 1,600 feet per second with a 4-inch barrel. All right. Now let's look at the primers. The shot cases. All right. You'll see that these are the Magnums. These are the CCI 550s. And you will see there's a little bit of pressure on these. But I think that's just Magnum pressure. This is a 357 Magnum. They all look about the same. Now let's go with the 500s. Now these are the CCI 500s. And you'll notice these two on this end. Now these are probably the ones that went 1679 and 1652. They're showing some pressure. Now that's to me, that's a little bit more than I want to see. That the other three, which would have been, oh, you know what? I got them mixed up. I was looking at the speeds on the S&B. All right, disregard what I just said. But anyway, these three primers on the 500s, CCI 500s, do not show any pressure at all, and these two do. Actually, that was the right speed, 1652 and 1679. I did get that right. All right. So, and these three were around 1615, 1617, and 1608. And they show no pressure. All right. Now let's go up here to the S&Bs. Now you'll notice that one in the middle really shows some pressure, and the one on this end is showing some pressure. And the other three, not so bad. This one here is the one that gets me. It's actually, the primer looks like it's cupped. I don't know why it looks like that. But my S&B primers have always been odd to me. I always have better luck with the CCIs. But there's that. Now, with the consideration of the pressures and the 9 grain actually not being that much slower than 1600, what I was looking at, I'm going to back off of the 9.2. It really had a report. It had a lot of muzzle blasts. So I'm thinking about going back down to the 9 grain and just sticking with 9 grains of Bullseye and staying right at that 1586 mark with the 500 CCI primers. All right, guys, that's my finding. Stay tuned. I'm going to load some more of these up with that load, and I'll be shooting them into some milk jugs and some, I'll get some average speeds, and I'll be shooting them into milk jugs and see if we can catch some of these bullets and see what they look like. Now, when Cranky sent me these, he told me that he wasn't worried about the expansion. He just wanted to get a good feel on his mode. And so he used to have a harder alloy. So these will probably fragment instead of mushroom. But these are out of an MP mode. With the black high-tech. All right, guys. That's what I got for now. Like I said, I will be doing some more experiments with this bullet to see what they're doing. And right here's the gun I'm using. All right, guys. Catch you in the next video.
And remember, guys, if nobody believes in you, you have to believe in yourself.